All right, as we come back to the 2000s Atmosphere LE map. I think of other songs from the era. In the top right-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way to the top right-hand corner, the pink Protoss player. We have the player coming down from Hong Kong. He is the best Protoss player to come out from Hong Kong. Currently representing himself as he is teamless, but mate, he flies high. He is Bistork.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player. He is red. He is opening up with another pool first. Representing Intensity Esports, it is MeomaikA.
And Revenant is updating us. Apparently, it still counts as being retired if you give your prize pool to your opponent.
That's not. it's not how it works. Also, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in the SSL bracket, Leo Russia was there. So, and if Revenant won, yeah, if Revenant won, does that mean Revenant best player in Singapore at the moment? Is that? Yeah. Is that accurate? Are those facts?
Yeah, he beat Dark and Pure, who beat Leo Rusher, so.
Oh my, Dark and Pure beat Leo. Wow, that's actually impressive. I did not expect that.
I actually don't remember. My memory is foggy from last night.
Oh, God. Aye. Revenant, mate. We need to have a host a show match with him and Bistork? Sorry.
I wouldn't mind a show match with him and Bistork.
Sorry. Oh god. I can see his face. Blisk. That's it. I kept wanting to say Bly. I'm like, it's not Bly.
One of these fine.
Blisk. Yes. There we go.
Should mention that to Gunner Guy and Nameless. Maybe we can get into Brorio's show match going up.
Maybe. I don't know, mate. Whiskey's too busy making vlogs on YouTube, mate. Like, fucking
He is, and Revenant's too busy playing Overwatch.
Revenant's too busy accidentally winning tournaments. That's that's what he's too busy doing. Oh, God. But alright, here we go.
Funny whenever those happens. Yeah, just signed up for fun and making a deep run here.
Just win the whole goddamn thing. God damn.
That happened more than a few times in weekly events.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's how Ender won the Oceanic regional.
I mean, that's a story of Hut. That's pretty much a story of Hut in the ESL Dare Cups, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Hut yeah, playing Tarkov. I'm like just signing up for fun. Something wins the whole thing.
Wins the whole thing, mate, and then he disappears into obscurity.
And that is Hut for you. He'll appear and then disappear and then reappear when his people need him.
Fun fact, Hut, he's the one who's tempting Starduck right now to play Dota 2. That's you're getting called out, Hut. Leave Starduck alone. Leave him alone. Away with you and your Dota.
Like even Demi's not playing Dota nowadays. Shaking my head.
Shaking my head, mate. Shaking it. Meanwhile, as we do shake it, MeomaikA, what the hell's he doing? He's going straight into lair.
Right, okay. He is only on one gas at the moment, so maybe not quite going immediately to Aspire.
Like, this is a very fast lair. I need to stress this.
Nidus? It's gotta be Nidus, right?
Like,
then again, what is he gonna put into Nidus, though?
I was about to say, what's he gonna... To be fair, he does have 4 queens. Or he's about to have 4 queens, which is a decent amount. Meanwhile, Bistork is going for a 1-base charge all-in. Yo.
Immediately up to 6, 7, 8 gates right now. This is just about the most dedicated you could really get when going for a gateway all-in. As a Protoss player, super important that he doesn't allow MeomaikA to get into his base.
Yeah, and like this is terrifying, right? Because as you were saying, MeomaikA hasn't seen the main base at all. All he knows is that the 3rd base has been delayed, and that is a little bit of a tell. But again, if you're not ready for this, and if you don't have, say, Banelings or a decent amount of roaches ready, then these charge lots are just—they're just gonna roll you over. Oh my god.
And even with the charge slots, it can be very tricky when you're going roaches. You are not allowed to kite against those.
Oh god, exactly.
Charge MeomaikA still hasn't seen this.
He has not. His things are headed towards the third base, so they can find some damage here, which is great and all. But again, the War Prism is the massive danger here for MeomaikA. Charge is about to finish up in 10 seconds. What does MeomaikA have to defend? He's got, what, 6 roaches? He's got 3 queens. He's making more roaches, which is definitely a good thing. We'll see if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, once these charge slots latch onto the roaches, there is no easy way for MeomaikA to be able to kite. He is starting to pull the Zealot army back and forth a little bit, but target has been locked on right now for these charge slots. They're taking out so many roaches. The queens don't have quite enough energy over here. Not the best surface area right now for Bistork to take advantage of. The Lings coming in for a flank, and surprisingly, MeomaikA is able to hold with roaches.
Mate, the Lings coming back home were big, mate. They were able to get a nice surround on everything. The Queen survived long enough to be able to push away the War Prism as well. Bistork, he didn't want to lose it, didn't want to lose the full free, so he was forced back. And now, MeomaikA, mate, he's up in workers. Bistork, he's still stuck on 2 bases.
And he's still stuck on this tech. He's got a decent force out right now to face roaches, but he cannot afford to face these roaches in a choke point. He really needs to fight in the open area with these zealots.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully, MeomaikA still doesn't have a Baneling Nest, does he?
Thankfully. I mean, Roach Ling is still looking to be good enough. We do have a bit of a zealot run by, but there are units here to defend, so these zealots, they are not going to find much damage whatsoever.
Immediately surrounded.
Oh boy.
And MeomaikA's just posturing. He is just waiting.
Yeah.
For an opening that Bistork is able to give him from the flood in with these Lings and allow the roaches to really support, like so.
Oh, the Lings, they almost get in. The force field, he doesn't force field the ramp, so the roaches actually get up, and now he gets a full surround on everything.
Yeah, managing to surround the Zealots with his Zerglings. They tank quite a bit of damage as well, allowing these roaches to just come in from the flank and shell away at whatever is left. Now, Bistork does have about enough to chase this back and actually start to put the hurt on. He really does need to juggle his Immortal, though. No anti-air.
Yeah, there's no anti-air, but again, I don't think there's enough on the ground. Regardless, like, 2 Immortals, that's great and all, and sure, you can keep them alive with the War Prism, but there's just so much on the ground. There's so many Lings, so many roaches. MeomaikA, he's just going across the map, looking to finally try and break into that natural base.
And he has just about found it. All he needs to regroup with the rest of his army, and this is way too much for Bistork to really handle, even with the battery overcharge. I mean, that's going to buy him a little bit of time, but what's he going to do with that time? He has a lot of production. He doesn't have the resources to make use of that production. Yeah,
it's one of those things with Bistork, he's doing a really good job at holding on and, like, just barely surviving. But the problem is that, like, MeomaikA, he can keep doing this, like, because of his economy. Bistork, he, not so much. Like, he's down to 3 Immortals. I'm just so impressed by, like, his micro. He's just keeping all of them alive. Oh my god.
Yeah. I feel like MeomaikA really does need a couple of Ravagers here. At least send the Queens forward.
Like, if he had like 4 Ravagers, like, that'd be a game changer, to be honest. Like, but he's just going on forward, and like, if Bistork can land the force field, okay, MeomaikA, he doesn't try it. I was about to say, if MeomaikA tries to go up this ramp, but his army gets cut in half, like, Bistork, he can't hold. Oh.
It's honestly kind of surprising. You think MeomaikA, of all people, would try to push up against that ram, but he is playing a little bit sensibly right now. That's all the force fields that Bistork has available to him right now, and they don't quite close things off. He's actually finding these Zealots in a bit of a choke point and just allowing every single one of his roaches to attack at the same time. The juggling is decent, but not good enough. Bistork going to be losing his Immortals here.
Exactly. Finally, 2 Immortals go down. Only 1 Immortal remaining. And finally, Bistork, he can micro his heart out. But you know what? As you said, it was not enough.
Doesn't have enough. Yep. GG is called. And I think Debbie put it best here, like, gah! What a game, number 1. Really, did we expect anything else?
Right, that was crazy. That was an unscouted charge all in against an unscouted like roach all in, because again, MeomaikA, he got his lair incredibly fast. He got roach speed relatively fast as well. He wanted to go for his own kind of roach timing, and yeah, we saw what happened when they clashed.
Was it a clash, or was it more of a just well, I guess it's technically a clash.
Was it a clash?
But more like a tug of war.
Sure, that works.
But
too.
neither of them were really. Neither of them had breakfast. So. But we are getting ready for game number 2 over here, and yeah, I'm glad that it seems that most of our brain cells survived game number 1. Potentially, I can't quite speak for the viewers here. But we gotta get ready for game number 2 now.
We do. We are getting ready to dive into Oxide. Very interesting map choice here for game number 2. Unfortunately, we don't have one of the newer maps, instead one of the older ones.
But even so, Oxide does lend itself pretty well to a lot of positional play. So if we're seeing another Roach versus Gateway, then, you know, can be very close. A lot of little things the players can exploit.
Definitely. Also, I did want to give a bit of a shout out to Pez in the chat as well, mate. They're all showing up. It's great to see you in the chat, Pez. I hope you're practicing well. Again, not just to play in GPOs, which of course we do miss you and we haven't seen you in a while, but also because ANZ Champs is right around the corner.
1st of May is when the season begins. And also, can I just say, I love the massive difference you have here.
Oh yeah.
You have C30, you're like, C30, why aren't you playing? God damn. Well, Pez, you're like, I hope everything's okay.
Whenever I ask Pez is like, mate, I got a full-time job, all right? Like he's like
okay, he actually has a reason.
Whenever I ask C30, he's like, mate, I ordered a pizza. And I'm like, mate, shaking my head.
You're really showing who your favorite child is here.
There's a difference in the responses that I get from these two, okay? So they deserve different treatment, all right?
Well, speaking of different treatment, here we are on Oxide LE. We be breathing, and here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spotting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the pink Protoss player. He also be breathing. He be flying. He be the player from Hong Kong. He be Bistork.
I also want to say, look, C3, he's also the one who's always playing arcade games when he's in game, all right? Like, what's going on, mate? You know, and Z is around the corner, and you're playing Desert Strike, mate. Oh god, shaking my head and spawning in the top right hand corner of Oxide LE. We have the Vietnamese Zerg player. He is red, representing Intensity Esports. It is MeomaikA.
How long have you been holding that rant in for, like?
Mate. Look, I'm just saying, Seether, sign up for GPO. Oh god.
I would say I'd appreciate it if you signed up for GPO. Yeah. Love to see more Terran players in our brackets.
It's true. We've seen less and less of Azure recently, unfortunately. Even though, like, if you recall, Azure, he's the one who like, quote unquote, dethroned MeomaikA that one week, right? Where he was able to take him down. Like, yo.
Took him completely out of the bracket, made sure that MeomaikA wasn't eaten that week.
Oh boy. So yeah, I can't wait to be able to cast some of these Australian players. You know, once ANZ Champs does come around, as they be all coming out of the woodwork, we'll see if they're time off or if they're time practicing, like how it comes to fruition.
Yeah, not just the established names, right? We'd love to see a lot more of I mean, we cast them all the time, we talk about them all the time. Starduck and Oreo, love to see how they how all the practice and all the grinding throughout 2021 will culminate there. Maybe even some of these semi-professionals, you know, like Flamey Blade, for instance, or Oz Protoss. Always fun to watch their games.
Yeah, definitely. That's another big one, an unexpected one. I don't know if you remember, I think it was in the ESL Open Cup Asia, where Flamey Blade versus Starduck, and they went to the Ace match. Like,
I remember that.
Yeah, it was like maybe a month ago. Yeah, we casted that together, and I was like, oh my god, like I did not expect Flaming Blade to make that series that close. Like that's insane. So when you think about like the ANZ Champ format, which is going to be like a league format where you have to like set up for or be ready for a single match, like, and you have a week to prepare. Like I can't wait to see what the players have in store for us for that.
Anything and everything can happen once you throw in preparation time.
Also, Nidus.
Yeah, speaking of anything and everything.
This is what I expected in game number 1, because we had a very fast lair here, and we only have like 4 queens out, 5 queens for MeomaikA. So MeomaikA, he's just going across the map, he's just sending it with whatever he has, with barely anything, and I mean it may just be enough to catch Bistork off guard.
It absolutely could, and I saw already popping up, and Oxide, what do we always say about the main base on Oxide? Like,
it's massive, mate. Exactly.
It is absolutely massive.
Feels bad, man. No vision whatsoever. The Nidus finishes up. Here come the queens. Here come the lings. At the same time, the oracles actually go across the map, but the queens, they pop out just in time to defend against the oracles and the void rays. They'll be able to push this away. Bistork is aware of what's happening, but does he even have anything to defend?
Too late. Yeah, no buildings up whatsoever. He only has a couple of gateways here for production. I don't think he has enough gas as well to really have much of any kind of force out here. The queens are coming in with their anti-air to really deny the oracles, and these lings just absolutely wreaking havoc on the probes. The queen, you gotta be careful, queen. Don't get surrounded by the probes.
Oof. And already 18 probes do go down. The main base is essentially forfeit. We'll see if Bistork can muster enough forces to really break and retake his main. Oh my god, he evacuates his natural. The lings come into the natural. Ay, ay, ay.
And there's just not a whole lot we can see Bistork doing from here. He can still hold here with the forces he's got. Nope, never mind. There's just way too many queens to transfuse right now for Bistork to hold, and even if he does, he's just lost 21 workers, like literally 0 gas mining at the moment. And MeomaikA just spending every single mineral he's got on more army. He's even grabbing a Spire just in case he doesn't close out the game.
Hey, he's going 2 base muta. He's got 2 gases, mate. He's going for a Spire. This is madman. He's crazy. We do, of course, see the queens. They are waddling down the ramp. Overcharge is used to keep that Oracle alive, but mate, the Oracle is going to run out of energy. Like, it's...
It really will. And now the Oracle finally goes down, and MeomaikA is going to be our first player in the upper bracket winners finals, if you will.
Yeah, I can't see Bistork coming back from here. He has nothing in production on his Stargate. He's trying to warp in a couple of units here, but again, against 6 queens.
GG's called, and MeomaikA, in a game that actually makes sense this time, will be our first player to advance to the winner bracket finals. Well played this time.
GG, well played. MeomaikA takes the series 2-0. And as you said, he's our first player to advance on to the semifinals or to the upper bracket finals. And he is waiting for his Zerg opponent in Gogo Joey and Demi.